afternoon. I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. It's Friday, November 21st. Corpus Christi ISD officials are reviewing the potential of closing 7 schools next year to help address aging facilities and a $27.5 million budget shortfall. KRIS 6 News reports that families and staff received a letter from the district on Wednesday. Superintendent Roland Hernandez announced that the district's Board of Trustees discussed the potential school consolidations during a workshop to tackle the budget deficit and address deteriorating school buildings. Schools under consideration for closure include 4 elementary schools and 3 middle schools. Some of those facilities were built in the 1940s. The elementary schools being considered for closure are Fenton Elementary School, built in 1948, Castores Elementary, built in 1965, Sanders Elementary, built in 1969, and Travis Elementary School, built in 1944. The 3 middle schools under consideration are Brown Middle School, built in 1964, Haas Middle School, built in 68, and Martin Middle School, built in 1970. If closed, students from those schools will be relocated to nearby campuses beginning in August. No board action was taken during the workshop, and no decisions will be made at the December 8th district board meeting, according to the superintendent's letter. CCISD plans to hold community meetings next month and January to get input from staff, families, and community members. The meeting schedule will be released during the first week of December. Community members can text feedback to 361-600-3691. Additional materials and presentations will be available online on the district's website at ccisd.us. And they're not the only school district looking at closures in the Rio Grande Valley. Several La Jolla ISD campuses may close to address enrollment shifts and save $27.2 million, the district announced yesterday. Affected campuses include Benavides Elementary, Pena Elementary, Leo Elementary, and Ibirena Elementary Schools, as well as Ann Richards Middle School. The district cited a 27% enrollment drop over 10 years, about 8,000 students over the past decade. Some elementary campuses have as few as 200 to 400 students when they were built for double that amount. The district said they want to close schools with low enrollment and low grades to move students to higher performing campuses. On a related note, J.D. Salinas Middle School will close and be repurposed and open during the 2027-28 school year as Choice Career Academy Middle School to create opportunities in career and technical education. Recommendations for the 2026-27 school year will be discussed in a series of public meetings that will culminate in a final decision from the school board in January. A 20-year-old U.S. citizen living in Reynosa, Mexico, has pleaded guilty to possession of over 100 pounds of methamphetamine with intent to distribute the drug. Marco Antonio Rodriguez was caught at the Foul Furious Border Patrol checkpoint back in April. He told Border Patrol authorities he was heading to Corpus Christi to look for work. However, law enforcement became suspicious when they noticed Rodriguez had no personal items or tools in his vehicle. An X-ray scan on the vehicle led to authorities discovering the drugs, which weighed 47.5 kilograms and tested at 99% purity. As part of his plea agreement, Rodriguez admitted he picked up the vehicle from a resident in Reynosa the day before traveling to the checkpoint. He acknowledged he knew he was transporting drugs and planned to drop off the vehicle for unloading in Corpus Christi. His sentencing will begin in February. Rodriguez faces up to life in federal prison and a possible max fine of $250,000. Rodriguez has been and will remain in custody pending the sentencing hearing. Tolosa Midway ISD has launched the district's own virtual academy this week. The new initiative is a first for South Texas and will enable students anywhere in the state looking to earn a high school diploma or even an associate's degree.
This new initiative is taking it to all of Texas. Senate Bill 569 passed. Our team has worked very hard to get this. The law passed in September, and here we are in November, and we've already got a full-fledged program with all the components needed to get it started.
That was TM Principal Gabriel Alvarado speaking with KIII News. The new virtual academy will give Texas students 4 different pathways to graduate. There is a traditional 4-year plan for students who want a standard schedule but need to complete classes fully online. A second option allows students who need to finish early, including those who work, face medical challenges, or have changing life circumstances. Another option for an associate's degree incorporates partnerships with colleges across South Texas, in which students can earn that while completing high school. The district covers tuition and books for those students under that option. And the fourth option is a flipped high school model for students pursuing hands-on trade programs.
Students who are interested in trades will actually go on campus to those particular institutions, take their classes there, and then do our high school work at night.
Alvarado told KIII that with applications open now for the virtual academy, the program could see up to 1,000 students enrolled by the beginning of 2026. For more information or to apply, visit tmisd.us. Internationally acclaimed percussion duo and twin brothers Jin Yo and Jin Ting Chien brought their unique double act infused with Taiwanese flair to Corpus Christi this week. The brothers performed at Texas A&M Corpus Christi's Performing Arts Center and held a masterclass with percussion students. KEDT's Emily Salazar was there and has more details.
That was Twin Cushion, playing a Taiwanese folk song titled Cloudy Sky. Marking their very first trip to Corpus Christi, Texas, twin brothers Jen Yo and Jen Ting Chen brought sounds of their culture and prodigy to students and audiences at Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. Though a 17-hour flight away, the South Texas city by the sea felt like home, according to Jen Ting and Jen Yo.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we just arrived and see the ocean was like, oh my God, very good place.
Yeah, our last stop was in Indianapolis, and it was cold. I'm freezing. When we got here, oh my God, I feel home.
Used to being in sync both as musicians and identical twins, younger brother by 8 minutes, Jen Yo, described their personality differences.
I think as twins, normally we are very different. Yeah, like Genting is more outgoing, and I'm more introvert, but more or less we have different personality, but we can also work together as a balance.
And I think I like play drums more, and he likes to play melody more. So we are kind of like a very special combination of different music style.
During their performances, the twins can be seen playing a variety of percussion instruments, from toms and cymbals to sharing a single marimba, swapping places to reach different sides of the instrument without missing a beat. It's a talent that TAMUCC percussion professor Dr. Caleb Pickering says cannot be overstated.
We brought in basically what I would say is they're top 3 of percussion duos that are alive today, and it's just fantastic that we were able to get them here and on campus and to work with the students. I know the students definitely, a lot of them had their minds opened a little bit more and kind of zoomed out and saw how big the world was. And
one of those students was senior Andy Lopez. He played for the twins in a masterclass held for the percussion department.
I got to play one of my favorite pieces. It's a tango by Pius Chung called Verano Porteño. I loved it. It was really interesting hearing their perspective and their interpretation on something that I've worked with for years now, right? So it was really something that I enjoyed. That was kind of a life-changing experience.
In addition to sharing technical knowledge, Deputy Director from the Taiwan Ministry Culture based in Houston, Liam Ling, said the brothers are doing important work encapsulating Taiwanese culture for international audiences.
As you can hear that they are trying to combine some various influence from the music and the culture into their song, right? So I think that is pretty much similar with the Taiwan, because we are kind of influenced by many different cultures around our neighbor country like China or the Southeast Asia or even United States, actually, because we have so many influence from the state. I think that's the most important part of the culture exchange program, because we are not trying to imitate something we are not. It's more like something we share in common, the value we share with Taiwan or with United States or even different country, actually.
The twins will continue their tour of the United States with the next stop in Houston to help bring people together through culture and percussion. For KEDT News, I'm Emily Salazar.
And in sports this weekend, high school football playoffs continue across the state. Last night, Robstown was eliminated from the playoffs, falling 45-20 to Wimberley. Tonight's matchups include Edna versus Marion, Orange Grove versus Ingram Moore, Refugio versus Rosebud Lott, London versus Llano, Sinton versus Yarrell, Flower Bluff versus San Antonio Piper, and Goliad versus Crystal City. In hockey, the Corpus Christi Ice Rays will be in Albuquerque tonight and tomorrow to face the New Mexico Ice Wolves. UTRGV football will wrap up there in August inaugural season tomorrow night at Vacker Stadium against East Texas A&M. They entered their season finale with an 8-3 overall record and a 4-3 slate in the Southland Conference. Both UT-RGV and TAMU-CC's volleyball teams are in the Southland Conference Championship Tournament beginning today. Second-seeded UT-RGV faces Houston Christian, and TAMU-CC will enter as the tourney's defending champions and 6th seed as they take on third-seeded Southeastern. In the NCAA Division I cross-country championships are tomorrow in Columbia, Missouri. Texas A&M Corpus Christi's Elizabeth Hatavy will enter the big race as both the Southland Conference and South Central Regional Women's 6K champion. I had the privilege of chatting with Elizabeth this week. You can hear my interview with her on yesterday's episode of South Texas Midday, wherever you get your podcasts. And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.